Hey guys, welcome back to episode 3 of my journey to the PhD. Yeah, what you're looking at right here is one of the first journal entries that I was asked to write by one of my professors prior to our first day of class. And so, as you could see, I wrote talking about how nervousness and excitement fill my mind as I embark on this journey, blah, blah, blah. But ultimately, I was just so nervous. And I thought about, as we were asked to talk about, what positive energy, I have an amazing support system and people and my students and those that are backing me. But then, of course, we also needed to consider what were some of the things that could be encouraging imposter syndrome. And one of the things that my professor said was that you deserve to be here. I was like, oh my God. And guess what? I do. Now you're like, girl, what are you doing on a motor scooter? Like, girl, you can walk? Yeah, barely, right? I ended up having some mobility issues because of my back and my knee. And I'm like, listen, I don't know how to navigate in a place that I've never been. So I had to make a decision to get as much out of I need to accommodate and get as many distractions out of the way as possible. So I decided to rent a scooter for the time that I was there so that I could navigate. But listen, the first day of class, this was my face. This was my face. And all I could do was try to figure out the best way I could make it to class. I got up early. I'm cute. I got my little glasses on, and I'm like, okay, scooter, let's get up this hill. Because I tried to map out the campus, but I really couldn't because I was still too new. And what happens is I go up the hill that is closest to my dorm. I'm thinking path of least resistance. This is the way I saw, because I drove it in my car. I could see, okay, boom, that building is there. So mind you, this is a walking campus, but I got the scooter so that I can navigate, because I don't need to be huffing and puffing and my back go out, all this kind of stuff. You get it. Okay. I go up the hill with the scooter, not realizing I put it in another gear and I'm going up and it stops on me. Right there on the freaking hill. You understand me? It stops on me. I am traumatized. Now, I'm not all the way up the hill like by the class, but I'm in a space where I'm too far to walk. Either way, I'm still by the dorm. So I have to go into fight or flight. Let me tell you what I ended up doing. It's traumatizing recalling these events. So what I do is I have to actually put my scooter in neutral, and I push it back down the hill, back into the dorm. I'm leaning on it because my back is hurting. I got my book bag or my briefcase or whatever, and I'm pushing this back to my room because all I can think of is I can't get up. I can't walk the rest of the way to class, and I can't leave the scooter out here. So I don't know what to do but go back to my room and figure out what the heck am I going to do. Y'all, this is the first day of class. All I wanted to do was be on time, make a good impression on my professors, because clearly this is a doctoral program. And I don't know, y'all probably don't know this yet, but I'm the only chocolate drop in the program, okay? And so I need to be on time here. This is just, I don't know how many of you are aware of the concept of double consciousness. It was introduced by W.E.B. Du Bois in his, The Souls of Black Folk, 1903. And what Black people know, I'm just going to say this because this is my take, is that when we're in shared spaces, there's just this duality that comes. I'm a woman, I'm Black, I'm at a PWI, I'm accustomed to being at an HBCU. I have friends of all nationalities. I've grown up with all different, but that doesn't matter. I still live in white America. And I don't know what to expect, but I do know that in order to be seen as professional, I need to be on time. So now my anxiety is going through the roof. But all I could do is push this big ass motor scooter back to my dorm. Now, mind you, inside my dorm, this is not a short walk. So I'm leaning over the scooter. I'm huffing, I'm puffing. I get back to my room and I sit there just like this. So long story short, I have to decide that I am going to get to class because ultimately that's what's most important. So I breathe and then I leave out of the dorm. I take my time and I walk out of the dorm and I drive. I drive to class. I knew what I could do in my car, so I just did that. I drove to class. I didn't care about the parking. I said, if somebody tows my car, they're going to have to... Okay, I don't want to curse too much. But I was just over it. I said, I just have to be to class on time. So I had told one of my cohort members to let my professor know I had a small emergency. I may be a little late. I just went to class. Talk about problem-solving skills. I just decided in that moment, get to class. You'll figure out what to do about the scooter later. The scooter is locked up in your room. Go to class. I get to class. Boom. Here are my cohort members. No, I'm just joking. This is us on the first day of class. I make it and I'm in class. I had to capture this moment because I was like, oh my God, I made it. I'm here after all the things that transpired. I'm in class and we're engaging in conversation. This is my very first day in class. And I'm feeling this sense of euphoria in this intellectual conversation that I'm having with these people that I absolutely do not know, but I know that these are my people. Like, I know I'm supposed to be here. I know that this feels right. I know that this journey has so much that I don't know it's going to entail, but I'm here. The best thing about it was just being able to soak it all in, not allowing the distractions of the anxiety and all that I had, dealt with that morning get in the way of me just really soaking in that moment. And, my professors were really cool about it. And believe it or not, ultimately, that really makes all the difference. Being in a space where you're treated like the professional that you are helped to reduce my anxiety. So that was day one. I'm sure you are wondering whatever happened with the scooter. So I stayed in class, of course, until after class. What I did was I asked my professor, I stepped out and called the people for the scooter company, and they said they would come after class. They met me in my dorm. Well, what happened was this, you guys. I had not properly plugged the scooter in because the guy at the place where I had rented the scooter had told me I could plug it in at the side and at the handlebar or directly into the wall, but that was not the case, and I did not know that. So when I revved up the scooter going up the hill, baby, that thing shut down on me because it was not fully properly charged. Anywho, that was a day, but after that, I kind of took my time and figured out what I needed to do in properly charging and taking care of the scooter. Honestly, renting the scooter was the most wise decision that I made because it eliminated a lot of anxiety for me after I learned how to use it and charge it. You know, I was dealing with so much, and that was just one less, thing for me to worry about. Anyway, I love this classroom setup, you guys. Listen, I had such a beautiful time learning and growing in this space. And of course, I'll show you more spaces in my other videos about, like my favorite spaces on campus to learn and study and write and all that good stuff. But here are my people. You can't see them as much as you will in like some other videos, but these are my people, my cohort. We are top tier, yes. And this was day one, so I got through it, and yeah. So after that whole fiasco, this is me doing a little tour of the campus. I had two of my cohort members that were really nice. That this is, towards the beginning, I kind of take my own little solo trips with my scooter, but they also kind of escorted me and we took pictures, so it was cool. The clip I'm going to end with is showing you toward the end of the program where I have learned to navigate with this scooter. Look at me.
Ready? Ready. Okay.